Is your child finding it difficult to read? Are they finding it difficult to spell words? Are they finding it difficult to pronounce some words? That's because they have an issue with the voice sound or the consonant sound. In our last video, we actually dived into the alphabet sound, how to pronounce those sounds. And if you have a child and they can be able to pronounce those sounds, reading will not be so difficult. The next thing that we'll be doing is blending. But in today's video, we are going to be learning the voice sound again and the consonant sound. This time I'm going to dive into the voice sound and also into the consonant sound. So for example, we have the voice sound. Fantastic. So we all know that we have 5 voice sound. We have the A, E, I, O, and U. Fantastic. Without a voice sound in a word, it will be very difficult for you to pronounce that word. Very difficult. In fact, words that don't have the voice sound are mostly seen in Greek and Hebrew texts. And most times it's very difficult to pronounce those words. For example, the word Yahweh, it's not actually Yahweh in the Greek or in the Hebrew. It's a word that is very difficult to pronounce. I think it is, something like this. It is very difficult to pronounce. Do you understand? So in this class, permit me to use the word class, not video. In this class, we are going to learn the different types of voice sound. And don't forget, most times we add the Y to the voice sound because this Y is called the vocalic Y. Most times it takes the shape or the form of the voice sound in a word. For example, let's use a word like, let's say, A. That word there is a diphthong that's making, but don't worry, we'll get to all this so that I don't make this look scary for some people. And also, this channel is actually for kids or people that don't know how to read. So for example, you can have your parents and you really want them to read, you can send them my videos so that they can learn how to read for free. Or kids that are finding it difficult to read in school. But most times I understand that it's very difficult for parents to actually have that time to teach their kids. So if you know you're in the UK, US or Canada and you need someone to teach your child how to read, most times it may not even be how to read. Your child may be in grade 8, grade 9 and you need them to learn about maths, English, science, chemistry and the likes. Do well to send me a message. In the description below, my WhatsApp number is there, or you can also reach out to me via the website. It's also there in the description below. So you can send me a message on WhatsApp, then we are going to assess the child, no matter the grade that child is. Because I'm working with a school that helps kids that are having academic challenges come out successful. So now let's continue with what we are doing. But then again, have you downloaded the book, the free ebook that we're using for this channel? If you have not done that, please go to the description to this. It tagged there, free phonics book. Make sure you download it. Alright, so we have 2 types of voice sound. We have the long and we have the short voice sound. Fantastic. We have the long and we have the short voice sound. So the long voice sound, it just simply says the name. So we have I'm not going to make this video complex. I'm not going to be doing things like this and the rest of them. No. If you want to teach kids how to read, if you teach them how to read like that, it's going to make it very complicated. So that's why I said this channel is actually for parents that want to teach their kids to read. It's not for English scholars. Okay? So, yes. Now I'm doing that. Alright, so we have the first one, which is A. It's simple. The first long vowel sound does not make A, it makes A. The next one does not make E, it makes E. The next one does not make E, it makes I. The next one does not make O, it makes O. The last one does not make U, O, it makes U. Okay, U, fantastic. So there are some times where I'll also tell you when to use this voice sound or where they come. There are actually two general rules. Most times it's when, how do you get the A sound or the E sound or the I sound or the O or the U sound? It's mostly when the two vowel sounds come together. That's a diphthong. For example, we can have the A-I sound. This A now is giving us the long vowel sound, okay? And also, the second rule is that most times when a word ends with E, any voice sound that is close to that E, we'll do those things in other videos. Don't disturb yourself. When that word ends with E and there's a vowel sound close to it, we pronounce the long vowel sound, not the short vowel sound. Fantastic. So we have, let's do an example. We have example. So for example, this is not father. No, this is, because of the E, this is going to have the long voice sound, so which is A, and we don't pronounce the E, fade. We'll get to do all this thing. I'm just trying to build the. Alright, so now the next one is the short vowel sound. So the short vowel sound is the one we all know, which is the A, the E, the E, the O, and the U. When you are pronouncing the vowel sound, if you notice, you will have to use your mouth, like your mouth will have to move, you understand? Unlike the consonant sound where it has to do with your lips, your tongue, and your teeth. But when your mouth will have to move, it must open, you understand? E, O. You can see that my mouth always opens. Fantastic. So that's how you know when you are pronouncing the voice sound. So now let's recap. Okay, so we have two types of voice sound. We have the long voice sound and we have the short voice sound. I'll tell us when we can be using the long voice sound, but let's go over the long voice sound. So we have A, E, I, O, U. That's the long voice sound. Now for the short voice sound, we have A, E, O. Fantastic. And I told you that most times we can have the Y also. So if you can't get this correctly, it will be very difficult for you to know how to read, or for your child to also know how to read. So make sure you tell them, we have two voice sounds. The way I tell them is I don't tell them it's long and short. I just tell them one says its name, one says its sound. So for example, this one says its name, which is A, E, I, O, U. Its name, that's its name. But then this one says the sound, A, E, O, U. Because most times you have to devise a way to communicate this concept to the children. Do you understand? If you keep on using some heavy things that's why I'm trying as much as possible to reduce those grammars, to reduce those things so that children can understand. Do you understand? It's not a PhD English class, it's for kids. So we need to know how to communicate it directly to kids. Fantastic. And hope you have downloaded my book, the free phonics book. Do well to get it. It's actually in the description below. Then let's move straight to the consonant sound. The consonant sound. Fantastic. So we know that we have the consonant sound, and the consonant sound is actually consonant sound. So the consonant sound is actually 21. And when you are pronouncing the consonant sound, make sure that you observe how you pronounce it. It's pronounced with the teeth, okay? The teeth, the tongue, and the lips, okay? So for example, you can see this is B. You can see that we're using the lip to pronounce it. B. Fantastic. You can see that this is, we are using the tongue to pronounce this. Fantastic. Then this next one is the d. Fantastic. The next one is the we are using our lips to pronounce it. Fantastic. Good. Fantastic. You can see what you are using to pronounce it. What did you use to pronounce that sound? Fantastic. Okay. This one is fantastic. A, B, C, G, H, I, J. This is J. Fantastic. I, J, K. This is K. Fantastic. I, J, K, L. Fantastic. The next one is You see, our mouth will not open. It does not open when you're pronouncing the consonant. Fantastic. In our next class, we'll be learning how to blend sounds together. You don't want to miss it because that is how I teach kids to read. Blending is like the most important part of the phonics class or phonics lesson. If your child can know how to blend, they won't have any problems reading. You understand? One thing I like about phonics is that if you don't have to know the words, you understand? You don't have to cram the words. When you say the word with the sound, you can be able to pronounce it. Isn't that fantastic? Nice. Alright, let's continue. So the next one is P, which is fantastic. Fantastic. Next one is fantastic. The next one is fantastic. Next one is fantastic. The next one is, oh sorry, this is part of the voice sound. The next one is V, fantastic. Whoa, fantastic. Next one is fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. And Z. So the only letter here that looks like it's part of the voice sound is also the Y sound. Okay, the Y most times makes the I sound, makes the E sound, and makes the Y sound. So if you notice, the I sound is a voice sound, the E sound is also a voice sound. Do you understand? Do you get the picture now? So this is how you also pronounce your consonant sound. Note that the consonant sound does not have any long or short consonant sound. It's just the vowel sound. Do you understand? Alright, so if you have any questions to ask, please do well to drop a comment, ask your question, and I'll definitely respond to those questions. With that being said, I'll see you in our next video where we're talking about blending, how to blend sounds. Fantastic. See you in the next video from Teacher Jeffrey. Bye bye.